Okay, I'm Orlando Wilson. What I'm going to talk about in this video is some considerations if you're considering hiring a bodyguard or hiring a company to provide you with bodyguards, close protection personnel. Now, one thing a lot of people don't realize is the close protection business is a lot different than the security business. Yes, in theory, they provide the same services, but the close protection business is a lot more specialized. I've been in the international close protection investigation business for over 30 years now, so I understand how things work. I understand the scams, and this is where I want to educate people that's looking to hire close protection personnel to make sure they're not getting scammed, because a lot of people get scammed all the time. Now, the first thing, as I said, the close protection business is different than the man guarding business. To start off with, what usually happens, I'll give you a scenario. When somebody reaches out to a security company, and many security companies, private investigation agencies offer close protection bodyguard services. What happens when they reach out is the company will get excited and send them along some bodies. Generally, those bodies are members of their security guard personnel who they just put in a suit. They have no prior training, they have no experience, but the clients don't know that. The clients have been told they're getting professional bodyguards when most of the time they're not. One of the big issues with the close protection business is a lot of people that's running the companies, even though they might be military, former police, have no close protection experience. If they have, it's extremely limited. So if you're looking to hire a close protection company, look to see what experience the management has and also the experience of the people they're going to be providing you with. Just because somebody has a license, it's very easy to get a close protection license or certification these days. Put it this way, in the US state of Florida, unless they've changed things, most people go to private investigators for close protection, executive protection services. But if you look at the state statutes, there's no requirement for any close protection, bodyguard training or experience to get the Florida private investigator's license. So there's no requirement to have training or experience in executive protection, close protection to get the license, and a lot of people don't, but they're advertising that they're executive protection specialists. So to me, that's a little bit fraudulent on their part, but that's the business. So do your homework. First of all, if you think you need to hire bodyguards, do a threat assessment on yourself. Look at the reasons why you think you need bodyguards, and is there any other options to hiring bodyguards? Because if you're hiring professional close protection personnel, bodyguards, it can be very expensive. And this is one thing, as I said, check out the people you're dealing with to make sure if you're paying close protection rates, you're actually getting qualified and experienced close protection people, not just security guards in suits. Put it this way, if you hire bodyguards from a security company and they turn up with black suits, white shirts with black ties, you've been sold a lemon, because these guys are just playing out their bodyguard fantasies and doing whatever they've seen copying whatever they've seen on TV or the movies. So what should happen if you reach out to a company, a professional close protection company? They should want to meet with you and interview you and find out why you need close protection services. Why? For a number of reasons. From a personal reason, my main reason is to make sure you can pay my bills and my guys' bills. Also, to find out whether the reason you need close protection is valid, and to make sure you're not a criminal that's hiring me and your major threat is coming from law enforcement, the police, etc. Because I don't want to get myself or my guys into trouble with the authorities. After the initial interview, if you need somebody quickly, which I've had in the past, usually domestic violence issues, etc., then I generally send somebody out as soon as possible to fill the gap. But in the initial meeting, there should be questions and answers going both ways. I need to know why you need bodyguards. I need to know how long you need them for. Maybe you need partial coverage, full-time coverage, residential coverage, and then I need to work out the logistics. We need to work out shift patterns, well, I'm thinking shift patterns, and also how many people am I going to be able to provide you with that's going to fit in with your requirements, because you're the client. So all this needs to be sorted out. If you phone up a security company and ask for bodyguards and they tell you, okay, we'll send people out straight away, they're a security company, security guard company, facilities management company. They are not a close protection company, because a professional close protection company is going to be asking you a lot of questions to ensure they can provide you with the service, and you want to be asking questions back to ensure they're going to fit in with your requirements. Now, close protection is a very personal business. These people that's going to be assigned to you are going to be with you 24 hours a day, possibly, living in close proximity, working within close proximity of you. So they need to get along. You need to get along with them. After the initial meeting, if you need emergency coverage, I would provide emergency coverage, and then I would introduce people to the clients so the clients can interview them to ensure they get along with the people I'm going to be providing them with. The interview, again, it's to cover my ass, because I don't want a client complaining the person I provided them with is, one, not qualified, or two, there's a personality clash. I will always provide the resumes, CVs of the people I'm providing, and again, the fact the client meets them, they can say, yes, these guys are genuine and I want them working with me, with my family, with my executives, with my staff. And this is where, if you're having people come in to look after you, your family, having them in your house, having them in close proximity of your business activities, you need to make sure they're genuine. You need to make sure you're getting what you actually paid for. As I said, the close protection business, there's many people in it that claim to be able to provide close protection services, but most are just security guard companies. No disrespect to security guard companies. They provide a service and can be used in conjunction with close protection personnel. But if you're hiring somebody that's a serious close protection practitioner, then they should have a lot of experience and a lot more training than your regular security guard. They're there to protect you, to protect your family, and to help you avoid potential problems that could cost you money and cause you injury. So, as I said, before the jobs actually get off the ground, there needs to be a fair bit of communication and questions answered from both sides. Now, I've got books online. If you need to do a threat assessment on yourself, you're not sure how to do it, I've got a book online on threat assessments. I've got 3 books up specifically on close protection. So if you don't know what questions you need to be asking a security company to make sure they can actually provide you with close protection and not security guard services, look for those books. They'll give you the questions you need to ask. Or you might just read through them and realize you can actually protect yourself better than bringing in somebody that you don't know to protect you and your family and your assets. If you have any relevant questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you're connecting with me on social media, drop me a line. Stay safe, stay out of trouble, and always think in depth why you need to hire security, because there's some good people out there, but there's also a lot of liabilities out there. And again, a lot of security companies can cause you more problems than they can provide you with protection.